Okay, guys, good evening. This is George Ruiz. I am very excited about tonight. We are going to be talking about a formula that is really help you to get the business to the next level. We are going to cover mostly your story, although you're going to see a few other things. First of all, I want to say I'm really excited for the way that we are going right now in Isagenix. As you know, Isagenix has been breaking records every week in the last 6 months. And I would say it has to do a lot with the convention and all the new bonuses that were introduced there. And of course, on top of the products that we have too. But anyway, we are going to talk about something really important, but your story. Now, this is how we are going to connect with people. As you know, we have the system, and I repeat this in every presentation. And the system is really important and very simple. You connect with people, you present, and you follow up every day. And this is simple. System is really simple. Every successful system, doesn't matter what person is using it, based on this. And interesting enough, it is not only in network marketing or Isagenix, but in almost any business that has to deal with people. You are connecting with people, you are presenting whatever you have, and you follow up. And then Isagenix, of course, you are connecting, presenting the business, and following up. Now, let's talk about creating your story. Now, why stories? Now, facts tell, stories tell. You probably heard that before. Facts are the things, the specific things about something. For example, in the case of the product, you can talk until you get purple of talking about ingredients, about the power of the ingredients, the power of the other things that we have in Isagenix. But if people want stories, people want to see how this can work for them. And that's one of the reasons it's so important for us to tell stories. Not to get so fast into the facts of the product. As a matter of fact, if we know too much about the product, sometimes it's negative because people just scare people, and that's not really good. But anyway, remember, facts tell, stories tell, and here we're going to talk about your story. Okay, let's go to the next one. Now, people buy stories, not things. Now, this is something that people buy a story, nothing. This is something that is said by somebody really very successful in internet marketing, a marketer in general. And you are going to see a little more about him in the next slide. The stories create images of people on people's minds. And this is important because people think in pictures and images. They're really important. Stories are emotional. In other words, they're going to give you a response. The person, when you are telling a story, they're going to give you a response back. That's why it's so important to have a story. Now, since founder, here this is a guy, his name is Dan Kennedy. And I don't know if any of you know, I'm sure there are some of you that know him, Dan Kennedy. He's a guy that for the last 25 years, he has been a consultant to many, many companies in marketing, and all kinds of companies, sandwich companies, computer companies, internet companies, etc. As a matter of fact, he sells on people that he's consulting are over $1 billion per year. Now, these guys have these things, and the reason they are, is what he called the keys of success. And I have fired them, and the reason I have fired them is because they have to do a lot with stories. It is about the customer, the prospect. In other words, you are telling the story. Yeah, it's a nice story, but you want them to get motivated. It's about them, not about you. It is not about the product or anything like that. As a matter of fact, this is interesting. You will not be catering to the majority. You're going to tell a story because you are going to change life, but you want also people that are going to partner with you. The majority of people are not going to partner with you, and this is so important to keep in mind. But the few people that join you, these people are going to make your fortune. Now, people want the unusual. And let me tell you what I mean for that, or what he means for that too. In the case of Isagenix, we are showing them a solution that's different. We are talking about painting. We are talking about longevity. We are talking about working from your home and just forget about the 9-to-5 job, forgetting about what they tell you that go to school, get a good job, and then you are okay for life. But that's not the truth. Here you're offering a solution that's different. And that's why people want the initial. Because if you're telling things that they can find in the store or they can go to school to get it, guys, you are not going to sponsor people. That's why your story has to be different. People buy stories, not things. We saw it in the prior slide. That's something that Dan Kennedy said. And money is the thing. And let me tell you why I say that. You can talk about products all the time, but if you're not putting the business there, people are not going to be motivated to create a business, and then you are going to be surrounded by a bunch of product users that share the product once in a while, but they are not going to be looking for leaders, for business people. And this is something really important to keep in mind. Money is the thing. People in any promotion, in any business, they are thinking of money in many ways. First of all, how to save money. Second, how to make more money. Third, how to use money better to invest it. And these are things that we have to keep in mind when we are building the business. Now, the company is in the nutritional business, but we are in the marketing business or promoting business. We are not in the nutritional business. We individually, we are in the marketing. Nutritional, yeah, you can talk all the products that you want, but then you are not going to build a business. Think about that. This is very important. And by the way, this is something that probably goes against many people thinking, saying, what do you mean? Are we in the marketing business? Yeah, we are. The company is a nutritional business, but we are the marketers. We are the nutritionists. We are promoting the business and the products at the same time. Let's go to the next one. Now, let me tell you the elements of a good story. It has to be short, must create curiosity, must have a call to action in it, must cover the business if you want to retire your boss. And this is so important. As I said before, money is the thing. You want to cover the business if you want to find business leaders. Now, let me tell you the formula. It's really simple. The formula has these 4 steps. B plus N plus E plus S equal successful stories. Let me tell you what that means in the next page. First, B is before Isagenix. N, now, where you are right now. E, expectations. And S, share. Really simple. Before Isagenix, now, expectations, and share. Really cool. Now, let me explain one step at a time. Again, it's B before Isagenix, and now E, expectation, and S, share. The next one. Now, let's see before Isagenix. This is where we were in the cave ages anyway. Where you were before Isagenix? This is a question that you must answer yourself. Now, we are not going to have the time right now to do it as an exercise, but it's very important that you write this down because this is what you are going to do to create your story, to create your story after this call. It's really simple, by the way. The story you can create it in about 5 minutes, and the story is going to be really short. And I'm going to show you some examples. Now, explain where you were before Isagenix. Example. Before Isagenix, I felt old, overweight, etc. You can put whatever in a blank. And I was living paycheck to paycheck without hope. This is an example you can use, but this is really short. Before Isagenix, I felt all overweight, or I felt lack of energy, or I was broke. You can put whatever you want, or I was having problems. I didn't have the time freedom, or I was living paycheck to paycheck without hope. This is an example. Really simple. Think about that. I bet you can write it. You have paper and pen right now? You can write this really quick. Before Isagenix, what happened before Isagenix? How do you feel? What was your situation? What was your financial situation? Think about this. Now, let me, by the way, if this is going to be recorded, you can play it again and again until you have a perfect story. But this before Isagenix is really important. The next one. It's also really important. Where are you now? Really important. So explain where you are now in Isagenix. Example. Now I feel more energy. I look younger. I release X amount of pounds, and I am getting paid. Now my hope is back. Where are you right now? Here I have a simple example, as you know. Where are you right now? You don't have to have an amazing story. It's really simple. You can even use other people's story. Example, a friend of mine has released 100 pounds and another already quit his or her job in less than a year. I know I have hope that I can do it, and I have people helping me or assisting me. You see? Now, I prefer to use personal stories, but you can add also another story if you feel that yours is not powerful yet. No. But you see how important it is. You already told them where you were before, and now you're telling where you are in Isagenix right now. Really simple. Let's go to the next formula. Now, but before, remember, you don't have to have a great story. I sponsored several people in my group before I got my products. As a matter of fact, Alex Stocking, who is on the call, he was one of them. I didn't have my products yet. I was just really excited about what we found. And I was telling the story to Jimmy. Now, I just, and one of the things that you can see, too, I know I can see myself succeeding in this business while I'm getting healthy. This is something that you're saying, again, where you are right now. Now, let me go to the next one. It's really powerful. The next one is expectation, your future. And this is really simple, but very powerful. Where are you going? Why are you expecting from Isagenix in the future? For example, I have an example here. I expect that I will be earning X amount by, and I will quit my job. And also, I will have more energy. I will look younger than now. Now, this is probably one of the most important pieces of the presentation. And I say presentation because you're doing a short presentation. By the way, all these probably is taking you right now just very short time in telling a person. But again, this is really important because if, for example, I say to a person cash, and I expect in the next 12 months or less, I'm going to quit my job earning $10,000 or more, and I will feel better, more energy than ever. What do you think is going to undermine trust in mind? One of them, it could be something like, well, what if he does that and I feel I'm going to be where I am now? But you see how powerful this is. You are telling your future. This is something that most people miss when they are telling their story. They tell them where they were before, they're telling where they are now, but they don't tell them the expectation. By the way, even if you have been in Isagenix for a long time, even if you are already making 20, 30,000, 50,000 a month or more like me, then you still are going to tell the vision about the person. Where do you want to go now? One of my goals, by the way, is to get a 6-figure per month. And another goal is to get to the point that I have 7-figure per month. That's one of my goals. And I tell people about that. But again, what do you expect? The next one. Share. Why are you sharing? This is really important. Really important. Because people want to know what is in it for them. In other words, why you are sharing with them. You are not want to sound like you are trying to sell something. You want to tell them, hey, but let me tell you why I'm sharing with you. The reason I'm sharing with you is because I know you and I together can make a fortune. Or you can say, the reason I'm sharing with you is because I know you and I together can reach our goals. The reason I'm sharing with you is because I know you and I together. You always use that part, you and I together. I started using that phrase years ago when I was in my first company because I was starting out. I imagine I was working 3 jobs. I was cleaning offices, waiting tables, and I was also actually cleaning office, waiting tables, and I was cleaning ceilings in restaurants. Those were my 3 jobs. And imagine somebody said to me, hey, how much money are you making? And I was starting in the business. I have 3 jobs. Then I learned from a guy that was really successful, was one of the really wealthy people in that other company. And he said, just start saying that phrase and you're going to see that nobody's going to ask you how much money you're making, but they are going to be open to you because you're saying, the reason I'm sharing with you is because I know you and I together can make a fortune. Guys, you see how simple this is? It's really simple. Now, let's see what happens. You have already your story. You put it together using the 4 elements. Before Isagenix, I felt old, overweight, and I was living paycheck to paycheck. Now I feel more energy. I look younger. I reach X amount of funds, and I'm getting paid. Now my hope is back. Where you're going, expecting. I expect that I will be earning, $10,000 by December 1st, 2012. And I will quit my job. And also I will have more energy. I will look younger than now. And the reason, by the way, I'm sharing this with you is because I know you and I together can make a fortune. Now, How long did it take me to go through these 4 steps right now? Less than a minute. You will have a very powerful story. You see, it's interesting because many of us complicate. We try to say so many things, but if you keep this to this formula, the BNES, you are going to have a lot of success. That's it. You have your share story now. You can keep updating it. Well, you use it, by the way, because that's something that I do. I always update something on my story. You can share this in person, by phone, or messaging on social media, or even by text messaging. When you are having a conversation with somebody, it's not like you are sending random text to everybody. It's when you're having a conversation, let's suppose, on, on Facebook, or sending text to a person. You can tell your story. And as you see, it's really short, very simple. You can even write it on an email. By the way, you have to start a conversation. It's not like you are going to launch something. No, you have to start a conversation. And you use the scripts that are found on howtogetgoing.com. You share this at least twice a day or more, 5 days or more, and in a year or less, tell you are going to be firing your boss. And start tonight. Tonight, what you are going to do is, as soon as you get off the telephone, what you are going to do is you are going to write your story. Now, as you see, this is it. I mean, this is the presentation tonight. As a matter of fact, let me go really quick to show you again the story. It's really cool. Very simple. And I'm going to go very quick now. For Isagenix, now, expectations, or in other words, where are you going and why you are sharing. And it's really simple. Very simple. Before Isagenix, I'm repeating this. Where you were before Isagenix, explain where you were before Isagenix. Example, before Isagenix, I felt all overweight, etc. I was living paycheck to paycheck without hope. Do you see how simple it is? By the way, you can even misspell something. I noticed I misspelled something. Anyway, where are you now? Now I feel more energy. I look younger. I release X amount of pounds. I'm getting paid now. My hub is back. You don't have to have an amazing story. You can even use other people's story like I have here. A friend of mine has released 100 pounds and another already quit her job in less than a year. I know, and I now have hope that I can do it, and I have people helping me doing this. You don't have to have a great story. You see, you can use other people's stories too. And then the last one is it's not the last one. The third one, expectation for the future. Where are you going? I expect that I will be earning and I will quit my job. And also I will have more energy and I will look younger than now. And then the part of this formula, what you're sharing. The reason I'm sharing with you is because I know you and I together can make a fortune. And you see how simple the formula is. You have a story, guys. You have a story that you can say in less than a minute, and something that you can do anywhere. You can do it again, as I said before. You can do it in person, by phone, or messaging on social media. You can even write it on an email. Share twice a day or more, 5 days or more a day, days or a week. And in a year or less, you may fire your boss. That's it. You can start tonight. Guys, this webinar was really short, but it's because the formula is so simple. Just by following this formula, you can be really successful. This is going to be recorded, and something that I'm going to do, and Alex, I think we can do this. If I send you the PDF of this presentation, can you have the link by the presentation, by the PowerPoint presentation, by the video?
Yes, we'll have that in the same post that will have the video webinar reposted tomorrow.
Okay, perfect. Okay, guys, thank you, Alex. I'm glad we can do that. I'm thankful that we have Alex with us, guys, because I never know how to do this. Guys, the video is going to be there tomorrow. You can print out this form in PDF, and you can even show your people in your area how to create their story. It's so simple. But anyway, thank you very much. And Alex, I don't know if anybody has any questions, because we have time to spare. That usually with me, that's not the case.
Actually, hold on just 1 second, because when I speak, probably you guys will hear an echo. Just want to remind you, if you guys have any questions, just go ahead and enter them in your GoToWebinar control panel, which is at the top right of your screen, and look for the questions area. It's just like a chat box. So far, George, all we're getting is just compliments, and we do have here. Okay, we have a request for the last slide one more time. Now, I'm not sure.
The last one?
Yeah,
okay.
That's
it. This one is. I wonder if it's the last one or the one before where I have everything together.
Yeah. Well, either way, we'll have the whole presentation on tomorrow on the howtogetgoing.com website with the rebroadcast of the webinar. And there's a question of where can I find the webinar? And George, if you want to just maybe go towards the How to Get Going site and just show people how to get to the archives in general. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I'm going there. All right. Here, can you see on the screen?
Yeah.
I want to make sure that you can see. Okay, I went to howtogetgoing.com, and now do you see webinars here? Then you click webinars, and then you can go to the archives of the past webinars, and usually the first one is going to be the one that we had tonight, if you are going to see it tomorrow. For example, here where it's a recent post, it's going to be the first webinar too. But you can click here, archives of past webinars, and then the first one that you're going to find by tomorrow, again, because this is going to be recorded by tomorrow afternoon, you're going to find the webinar. You just click, hold on a second, because I was clicking the one. The last one was this one, this was last week. You see, I click on this one, and it's moving now slow. Oh, okay, it's there. Here is the webinar. Then you can play it, and we are going to have a link somewhere down here. I assume below the video.
That's correct.
Where you're going to have the PDF. Yeah, you're going to have a PDF to the presentation tonight. Really simple. And that's something, by the way, that would be a good idea in some of our presentations to have the PDF attached, because some people would love to review it, going through the PDF. But as you see, it's really simple. Again, you go to the BDP website, click on webinars, and then click on the archive, and it's going to be usually the first one. And it has the name, who did the webinar, etc. And then you play it, and that's it. It's so simple. It's as simple as that. And you can tomorrow download also this presentation.
And George, you might want to just point out that on the How to Get Going site, there's a search box, and any topic that they want, like for example, you have several webinars on Facebook. Just type in Facebook into the search box.
Okay.
And
you see the search box here up there. I just click Facebook. Now it's searching. You see all the things that have to do with Facebook or social media. It's really simple. And by the way, you want to know about the scripts? Here are the scripts on the right side. Really simple. And then we have the income disclaimers, etc. By the way, income disclaimer, I recommend you guys to print out these. Okay, you see that how cool it is? I always have that with me. Also link people to this, because this is really powerful. Because imagine you're showing people how much people are earning in the different levels. Here we are talking about, for example, 2-star, 3-star, and I go all the way to 7-star. And again, you see $2 million. Well, and how do you get there? Again, income disclaimer. Well, we could go through this all tonight in another presentation, but I don't want to get into that. But you see, guys, how simple it is to create a story, and you can share with your people, your organization, this presentation. You can print out also the PDF file where you can actually can go through the training with some people in your organization. Any other questions, Alex?
No, it looks like that's it, and we're getting to the top of the hour. So I want to thank you, George. I want to thank each one of you for joining us tonight. and look forward to seeing you all next week. And George, if you want to close, just go ahead.
Okay, guys, I just want to say the story is just part of the whole thing. As you see, we have the whole system, and the system is really simple, like I say all the time. It's really simple. You have to make sure that you connect, present, and follow up. And we have great tools to do that. This presentation, we already know how we can connect with people. This is one of the ways, but your story is the base of every way to connect with people. Doesn't matter if it's a face-to-face person, etc. But again, guys, follow the system consistently every day, every day, and make sure you tell your story. Make sure you share people the videos that we have with Isagenix. It could be on the website, face-to-face, when you sit down with somebody in a home presentation. Use those videos consistently, and you are going to have success. Right now, we have about 5 months convention, and guys, if you start doing this now, there is a great chance that you are going to be not only up the stage on the convention. That means that you went ranks up, but you for sure are going to be earning more money. And in 5 months, a lot of things can happen, and I know everybody that's on the call, doesn't matter what your rank is, you can go up at least 1, 2, or even 3 ranks in the next 5 months. But anyway, guys, thank you very much.